And we're live. All right, so the time is 6:08. This is the October 27th, 2021 Board of Zoning Appeals meeting.
Start over again, please.
All right, we'll get started. The time is 6:08 p.m. This is the October 27th, 2021 City of Albany Board of Zoning Appeals meeting. So on the agenda, we have as our first item 1415. Oh.
Yeah, just gotta close out the live stream window once you start it.
Oh. You guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
You guys hear the feedback? Okay, yeah, I'm getting I was getting the recording played over again to me. I don't know if anyone.
We heard that in the beginning, but not now.
Okay. So we have on the agenda 1415 Washington Avenue. And the
we have Dan Hirschberg as the applicant.
I had some windows open in Edge that had opened up. They're gone now, so sorry about that.
Okay. So Mr. Hirschberg, the board is going to act on this case. We have, subsequent to our original action, which was done unfortunately before the case was ripe. We will act tonight. Do you want to do any more presentation to the board? Or would you like us to just act?
Mr. Chairman, I'm perfectly comfortable allowing the board to move on it rather than me making any presentation. Members of the board some of the members of the board are familiar with it, being that it had been actually previously approved twice, once where we weren't correct because the negative declaration had been issued, and once because the county planning board hadn't acted yet. But in either case, we're comfortable with the board taking action without further presentation from me.
Okay, in that case, are there any wishes of the board?
Yes, I'd like to make the motion.
Thank you. And
just as a note, you have your notes open in the presentation window. There you go.
Sorry about that.
It's okay if you're keeping a meeting record. That's fine. Good, but just as a note, what you're displaying is not the application.
yes, and Serena, are you making a motion that the board approve the variances sought by the applicant?
Applicants? Yes, I move that the board approve the variances sought by the applicants subsequent to the county planning board's actions.
Thank you. Do we have a second to that motion?
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor of approving the variances sought by the applicants, unfortunately coming before us for the third time for this case, please say aye.
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 Aye. Do we have any abstentions or nays? Motion carries. Thank you for your patience, Mr. Hirschberg, and thank your applicants for us.
Thank you very much. This is a good 81st birthday present. Thank you.
And congratulations.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Which
birthday.
one of us is 81? It's not you, is it?
Happy birthday.
Thank
Please
you very
don't
much.
party too hard.
I probably won't. A Diet Coke will do me fine.
That's close to a party for some.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank you. And so we are now done with our active agenda. Do we have any wishes of the board?
We do, and in a similar fashion to the case we just acted upon, we have another case that has the potential to come back before us because of procedural matters. To that, I would like to make a motion for a rehearing of area variance number 79. If folks recall, the applicant for that project is Struthers Brewing Company, and that is for a modification of the board's August 11th conditional grant of an area variance from section 375-402-1C 7G4 specifically to allow a front deck to extend into the city right-of-way or an easement in a mixed-use form-based zoning district. The applicant will need to apply additional variances and to consider certain unresolved seeker concerns for that application. And I'm asking that this rehearing take place at a future board meeting, possibly in November or December 2021. And it'll be so noticed, and the public will have an opportunity to comment on that reapplication and respond to the application.
Thank you, Martin. Do we have a second to that motion?
Second.
Thanks, Jeff. All those in favor of approving Martin's motion for a rehearing of case 79 involving the applicant Druthers in the warehouse district, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. No one opposed. We are required by the general city law to approve motions for rehearing unanimously, which we have done. And the planning department will schedule a rehearing of that case for November or December. And while we would normally get it done in November, we have Thanksgiving and Hanukkah, Christmas in December. So we have less meetings for these 2 months. So thank you for bringing that up, Martin. I think it'll be important for us to examine the additional variances that the applicant has decided subsequent to our initial action that they believe that they should put before us. It's these sorts of transparent actions are for the best for the city. So much appreciated, and much appreciated members of the board. That concludes our issues for tonight. And in that case, I'd like to close the October 27th public meeting of the Board of Zoning Appeals. I thank you again for your service, and I will see you all in November.
Thank you. Have a good night,
Let me
guys.
add to Jeff to read Jane Jacobs if you're looking for a different perspective of Robert Caro's The Power Broker. Jane Jacobs does provide a great perspective.
Which one? The Life and Death of American Cities?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. She has, by the way, a tremendous article in the Atlantic Monthly from sometime in the 80s, which is called The Life of Elephant Cities. So she divides cities into organic, like small cities, and elephant cities like New York and